So everyone knows that there's 6 main arcs in Sword Art Online. The Aincrad arc, the Fairy Dance arc, the Phantom Bullet arc, the Caliber arc, the Mother's Rosario arc, and the Alicization arc, which I like to count Alicization and War of Underworlds as one arc. But did you know that there is a secret hidden arc in SAO? In 2013, Sword Art Online came out with its first movie that goes by the name Sword Art Online Extra Edition. But unlike the other movies that are built around an overall in-depth plot, this movie centers around Kirito talking to Kikoka about his time trapped in SAO, recapping important events that happened, while simultaneously switching to fan service scenes of Asuna, Leafa, Lisbeth, and Silica at the pool, where Kirito is supposed to meet up with them after he's done talking with Kikoka. Now, the first hour and 20 minutes of this movie is really nothing special, but right as you get to the last 20 minutes, we get an interesting little side story. It starts off with the gang chilling at a beach inside of ALO, where they had heard a supposed rumor about a quest in the south of Sylph territory that has a whale in it. Months prior, Kirito and Asuna had told Yui about the time they saw a whale in Aincrad, which makes Yui upset because she has never seen one before, which is why they are going on this quest, so that Yui can have the luxurious experience of witnessing what the great sea creature, aka the whale, looks like, which Klein starts having a mental breakdown when he sees the girls change back into their avatar clothing as they are getting ready to make their way to the dungeon, which bro is like 24 and these girls are like 13. Like, I don't know what the author was thinking when writing this. Like, this is disgusting. Now, they make their way to the underground dungeon that is sitting a whopping 100 meters beneath the lake, and use the coordinates that they were given to fly over it to where they see an enormous hole that is sitting in the middle of the lake. Asuna casts a water breath spell for the group, and they swim all the way down to the bottom, where they find what looks to be like the lost city of Atlantis. After making it to the bottom, they are met with a mysterious NPC who looks like they've been standing there for who knows how long. They accept the quest, which involves retrieving a pearl that had been stolen by a group of thieves, and they have to do it quickly before the group of rascals that stole the pearl return back to their hideout. Leafa gets a weird feeling that she's seen the man's name from somewhere before, but she can't quite remember where from, and the man promises to reward them generously if they are successful. They begin the quest and make their way through the dungeon, which I just gotta say that the aesthetic design for this is really good. The long dark hallways, beautiful lighting, and the fish swimming by. From an overall aesthetic standpoint, this arc is really good. The dialogue for this quest starts off not good, but intriguing. Leafa has been feeling uncomfortable being underwater, which makes Klein tell Kirito that he should go check on her, but Kirito explains how it feels weird between them when they're in a party together, but when it's just them and nobody else, then it's not weird between them, which that really doesn't make any sense to me. If anything, you would think it would be less awkward because there's more people in the group, so there's more distractions and people to talk to, which right as we're starting to get some actual good deep emotional dialogue about how Kirito has been feeling, he falls into a random whirlpool along with Klein, which it's not like it was a trapped floorboard that they stepped onto or anything. Like, it was literally a blatantly obvious whirlpool just sitting there. Like, come on. After getting pulled out, a giant fish comes flying out of the whirlpool and chases Kirito and Klein, trying to attack them. The fish's head doesn't take damage, so Kirito distracts the fish while everyone else attacks. Leafa was given direct orders by Kirito to stay back and use magic, but she's like, nah, screw that, and attacks the fish anyways, because she had promised herself that no matter what, she would follow him anywhere, which her plan fails because the fish creates a giant water tornado, which almost throws her into the whirlpool, which Kirito jumps over the water tornado onto the ceiling to get over top of it without being sucked in, and gets the coolest kill on the fish. Like, this is low-key one of the most creative kills in Sword Art Online history, which is kind of funny. Kirito saves Leafa from the whirlpool, and she has a flashback scene to when she had fell into a pond, and he had apparently saved her from drowning, which I don't know how you drown in a pond. Like, the pond really doesn't look that deep. I don't know what the creator was thinking with this, but yeah, they keep making their way through this underground dungeon, or whatever you want to call it, where they battle crabs and other types of aquatic beasts, while their mascot Yui cheers the group on, which they get to the room that has the pearl, and head back to the guy. And right as Kirito hands over the pearl, the group gets this weird hunch that something is up because they never saw the thieves that the guy had told them about, which when taking a closer look at the pearl, it actually turns out to be an egg. Kirito yells out plunderers of the deep sea, which I have no idea what that means. Maybe it's the name of the quest or something to do with the man, I have no idea. Now the guy tries taking the egg back, but Kirito and Asuna are like, no way. Now the guy turns into a giant squid, and the letters on his name are rearranged to spell Kraken, also known as the Abyss Lord, which Kraken turns out to be the sea demon from Norse mythology. That's why Leafa was confused earlier when she first saw the name, because it looked familiar to her. The egg that they had retrieved is the egg of the royal child, which he wasn't able to retrieve himself because of the magic barrier that was blocking him from entering the dungeon. A huge fight breaks out, and Kirito somehow uses a flame sword skill underwater. Like, bro, what? I don't understand the decision making there on that part. The stats for the octopus are apparently higher than any boss in New Aincrad, which is kinda interesting. And right as they are about to get attacked, a spear comes flying down, and Leviathan, the Sea Lord, appears, which I'm assuming is part of the Norse mythology quest, which it turns out that these two are well acquainted and don't like each other. Kraken backs off and spews a bunch of stuff about Norse mythology, which I have no understanding of. Basically, Kraken was going to take the power of the child within the egg and rise against someone powerful. Leviathan takes the egg somewhere safe and the quest is complete, which Leviathan calls upon a whale to take them back to shore, where Yui finally gets to see a whale in person for the first time, which was the whole point of them going on this little quest to begin with. Overall, this arc, or quest, whatever you want to call it, wasn't anything serious. It was mainly just fan service harem nonsense. I'm pretty sure that this takes place directly after the fairy dance arc as well. It would have been cool to actually get some deep emotional dialogue between Kirito and Sugu so that maybe we can finally see her move on from her brother, but unfortunately we didn't get that. I thought I would make a video on this for fun because I feel like a lot of people haven't seen this, but yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, please be sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, that's all I got. Peace.